And greetings of love and peace to you all. Today, the offering. Fresh lemons from the garden. The lemon and orange season is starting. And here we have these really beautiful lemons from the garden. So today, I'm going to use some lemon juice from these lemons. They're really organic, they are beautiful. And so I'm going to make some hummus, which is an all-time favorite, and also just one of those fabulous al fresco type of lunches that you can have. Now, if you speak to Middle Eastern people, they'll tell you not to eat chickpeas after lunch. So they are a pulse, they need to be digested comfortably. So generally one would have this around about lunchtime. So I'm going to put the chickpeas into my Mezze mix. You can use a NutriBullet. NutriBullet will take you a few seconds. It is fantastic. It's the best thing to use. But as you see, I have an old Mezze mix, and I really cannot even tell you how many years old it is. It's old enough to have a really heavy, solid base. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin. Once again, you'll notice that it's not the normal way to make a hummus. We don't use garlic. But this hummus is really, really delicious. So I'm going to pulse that. Now, for hummus, when you're making it, the chickpeas need to be dry. So I have used a tin of chickpeas. You can cook your own, of course. I've used a tin of chickpeas. I have rinsed all the liquid off them, and I've removed all the skin because that's going to make a smoother, finer hummus. So let me just check that. Make sure, oh yes, it's quite nice and powdery. So I can then add my other ingredients just to make sure it's just perfectly done. So what I'm going to need in here is a good tablespoon of, or two, of tahini. Now if you are lucky enough, as I have been because of my beloved sister-in-law who brought me really delicious Israeli tahini, it's really better to use it. It does have an infinitely better flavor than other tahini. And now to add water to get it to the right consistency, iced water or a block or two of ice, and then you're going to get a really excellent hummus. About a tablespoon of lemon juice, and of course some salt, probably about half a teaspoon in just the 400 gram tin of tahini. So let's check that and see how the consistency is. And that looks pretty much perfect to me. So what I do, I really taste. I'm just going to grate that nicely. I really taste the food I'm cooking. I think that if you know your ingredients, you pretty much know what taste you're going to end up with. But if you are going to taste something, use this method. Just drop it onto the palm of your hand, and then you can taste. And I think this needs a little bit more lemon juice. So I'm going to add just a little bit more lemon juice. It's just one of those things that somehow when you taste it, you're going to know when you've got it right. And let's check that again. In the days of Corona, of course, we have to be particularly careful. So we can't even let the spoon touch the palm of the hand where we already sampled. Ah, yes. And that's much better. And so now you can see we have a really beautiful, smooth hummus. I mean, what is hummus without a bowl of tahini? And so here I have tahini. Now, tahini is just one of those amazingly good foods. I use a small whisk, add some lemon juice, really very little salt, a pinch. I've got in here a 1/4 cup of tahini. And once more I'm going to add water because it absorbs water and thickens. And I'm going to start mixing it. And you'll see how it starts to swell as it absorbs the water, and it thickens too, so you can see that it's quite thick and it's going to need more water. And there we have a really good tahini. I'm going to give that a taste just to see that the lemon juice and salt is good. A little bit more lemon juice, just a touch, and that will be fine. Good. And so now we have our hummus and tahini, and I'm going to plate that. And so the hummus, I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of olive oil into those grooves that are there. And then I have my hummus ready to serve. If I had pine nuts, I would definitely have toasted a few and sprinkled a few on top. You could use a little bit of za'atar or even some pomegranates just as a garnish. And here I have the tahini, and as a garnish I'm just going to put a little line of sumac. And so there we'll be having our roast vegetables, our hummus and tahini, some grilled vegetables, and to come will be a watermelon and feta salad. And one would think that you're eating on the coastline of the Mediterranean.